Hi, this is November 11th, 2020. I'm here with Sifu John DiVirgilio, and we're going over the Wing Chun swords learning, understanding the swords, the core understandings.
Yeah, there are a number of understandings you need to keep in as best practices.
Right.
Yeah.
So I was going down the list over here. The first one says, never flip your blade back onto your forearms.
Right.
Shorten the reach of your blade and then shorten your life.
Right. So when you're fighting with your blades out, don't make the mistake of flipping around and thinking you're going to fight shorter. Because just flipping around takes space.
Right.
And you shorten your blades, you shorten your life. The blades are meant to be fought outward.
Mm-hmm.
So do not flip. That's number one.
Okay. Now the second one, never turn the blade inside your opposite arm.
Right. So as you're making, you don't want to be turning your gongs and you turn your blade inside to make a gong.
Oh yeah, you're gonna cut your.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't care if you have shorter blades, but never ever turn your blades inside.
So when you're empty-handed, it doesn't matter, right? Because you're just coming across.
Right.
But when you have a sword, it's a big difference,
right.
Interesting. Target your opponent's hand, or at most lower forearm.
Right.
When counter-striking, it is too dangerous to stab or chop into the opponent's upper arm or back
That's
or body,
correct.
right?
So you have to keep your best distance. And you should attack his fingers, hand area, or at the most lower arm near the wrist. If you're getting near the elbow and above, you're too close.
So if I get the person's hand over here,
Right?
or if I cut his hand over here, what his body is open, I can just go for the kill, right?
Yeah, but if you want to cut his hand to win the hand already.
Right.
You don't want to, let's say, contain or be engaged and then make the stab into the trunk of the body.
Right.
Yeah. Because you may end up having what's called a lose-lose situation. So even though you won
Right.
with a cut and you got so close, he may not feel the first instant as you dig deep unless you get him in the heart. And he just hangs on to you and then he sticks you. And then you die
We
too.
both die.
Right, so it's a stupid thing to get too close.
Okay.
As soon as you get a good cut, you win a blade in the hand, pull away. Don't stand there, get caught, or go for the body. It's a mistake.
All right. Use your maximum cutting range when making a counter strike.
That's right, same thing. I always want to cut out to his hand. I'm looking for his fingers and his hand. I may get to his wrist. I'm never going to dash something down and go all the way to the trunk of the body. So you always want to keep your distance.
Yeah.
Remember, your blade is short. So you only have so much of a range. Basically his hand to his wrist. A longer weapon up to a meter has hand, wrist, thigh, knee. He has 8 points he can get on you. Yeah. If you're lucky to get short, deep, that's all. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Right.
Some people just say 1, 2. So you're limited. So maximum range at the best extended point you can get on your opponent.
Let's see. Do not pause after cutting the opponent. Move off quickly in a double oblique angle to face the next opponent.
Yeah. So as you engage, you make a cut and you win the blade,
Right.
win the hand. Don't stand there and come, oh, I got a good cut, and
Looks good.
the fight isn't over, right? He may still continue or even throw his weapon at you. So you got to go back obliquely your angles and face perhaps another opponent or whatever.
Right.
But don't stand there and count your chickens before they hatch and expose yourself to getting an attack from another
Right.
person.
You never know, right? Let's see. With few exceptions, keep your blade movements inside the first 7 of the 8 timing touch parameters. Keep your blades forward and do not swing your blades behind your shoulder to shoulder line.
So all your touch drills are in front. All your touch drills, right, are all in front. Don't swing your body lines here. Don't swing your blades behind your body line. You just way too much time playing big circles. Just don't have the time. Short, jabbing, chopping, deflect and chop actions.
Yeah,
Blades
those
in
are
front of your body.
big movements. Yeah, you're open. Let's see. Know the 8 parts of a good Wing Chun short sword. The handle and personal variable and can be altered to fit the individuals.
Yeah, the handles are, some people might like them little ergonomic, right? Some people make a mistake in making the handle exactly in line with their spine. It's a terrible mistake because the wind over on his part can actually get you better. So you should keep your handle buried below your spine and keep your chin. Without the chin and the blunt, dull parts, you won't pick up your stickiness anyway. So yeah, we already have a chart out. I put it there, the 8 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? 6, 7, 8 would be your type of handle you want.
I remember you're telling me the type of handle is important too. You have a preference as the kind of handle that you'd want. For example, you didn't want a round handle, right?
Yeah. So you notice it's flat, so you can, just by the feel, you know the alignment of the blade.
Right.
If it was rounded, blade can twist in your hand, you won't know if the blade is actually in combat in line. So yeah, you gotta have some physical features to show the flatness somewhere, where it gives your hand an idea where the sharpened point is, the contact points are.
Right.
Spatial, without actually out of peripheral vision.
Let's see. Having an experienced attacking feeder coach to bring out the develop and your skill is very important.
Right.
Good fighters are usually not good teachers or coaches.
Yeah, a few good fighters are good coaches and teachers. They're into their own self-perfection and move on. So the feeder, or the coach that's giving you the looks, attacking looks, is real important. He's got to know the proper progressions. He's got to know when to stop, because perhaps the student is well beyond comprehension. Or the person's made a mistake, repeat it again and again and again to point it out. It all should be at, of course, walking speed.
Right.
But that coach has got to be able to pull out your skills step by step. Train your vision, your timing, your touches, your angle. All those count. And only the coach will know how much to give. But like medicine, you can overdose it, give the student too much, they don't learn anything that day.
Mm-hmm.
So the coach is the key person to pass on the skills to the next person.
Right.
So it's good after you teach someone, have them start teaching another person. The same happened to me when Uncle Yun, when Wang Xiaoyang sent me, he met me, said, I can't make it, go back to see Yun this afternoon. I was Yun's first student. So slowly but surely, even he himself had to build his teaching skills. Yeah. So a lot of times I was the guinea pig, that's how it was.
So you helped each other, actually.
Yeah, we helped each other.
That's cool. Okay. Much of the footwork is 50 to 20% lower and wider than the open hand.
Right, you should be 15 to 20% lower, and footwork should be 15 to lower. There's some parts where you'll be a little bit more standing, your feet are together, but yet lower. Because you're going to have swinging gait, ma, the che bo, long bo, big steps. You're actually using a boxy type of system to move your blades.
So you're not straight on.
Right, not
like that.
no. Offset guard, right, is used for phase 1 against a 1 meter stick or sword. And then same thing, offset guard is used against the 8-foot, 9-foot spear. But when you go 2 blades against 2 blades, you come back to the box.
Right. Oh, interesting.
That's phase 3, the box, 2 blades against 2 blades.
Okay. Know the 8 timing touch application skills
Right,
to unpack and connect the knowledge with the various sections of the form.
right.
The 8 timing touch application, chart symbols will unfold and give up their meaning.
Yeah, it's hard to read the chart symbols unless you know the 8 touches. So the first 5 touches are connected, and it's performed in a way where the coach, the feeding coach, in a playful manner, because he's doing it slow, correcting you at a time,
Right.
and the student's really gaining a lot. So it's a way of playing your way into better speed, better angle, better timing, better eyesight. And as you play your touches, especially the first 5, then you start picking up looping in and picking off your parts of the form. Wow. And oh, I catch. Oh, that's
Right.
one. Yeah. Wow. Oh, variation. You start doing the timing touches, it all comes together for you in a playful ribbon that goes along with the form, and it helps unpack all the parts of the form for you. Yeah. And it's the best way to create timing through touch. Developing eyes, sense of range, and then the touch goes deeper into stickiness drills too. Chido.
I think a lot of people just want to go out there and spar right away, and it just doesn't happen like that.
Should take about 20 good days to get the first 5 down of touch drills, so the student really feels really coming together. Of course, the longer and years you spend, the better. So it takes about 20 sessions with your feeding coach to finally bring all of the first 5 touch drills. You may get up to 6 or 7. And wow, you start unpacking the form, and just your timing, your range, your angles are all there.
Let's see. Physically condition your wrists, arms, shoulders, and legs. Wrist tendons are easily injured and take a long time to heal.
Yeah, you gotta work your tendons. These tendons are the worst. You stretch them, strain them, sprain them, they're toast. It's gonna take a year to get repaired. You need some springiness in the lower horse. Not low like the Quan, the pole. And you gotta have all those things, all physical attributes. So there is some conditioning there.
Right.
Yeah. But again, just doing that extended chops to work the wrist slowly. Get those tendons.
Oh, you don't even think of stuff like that, man. There are 3 types of blade design. The heavy point blade chops the best and can be thrown. The narrow pointed blade can be quickest in speed, and the common balanced blade are for
Universal use, yeah.
universal
Yeah.
use.
This is a common blade here. It's blunt, right? Blunt and dulled, and over here sharp. But this is a common. The pointed one is slightly more pointed. Very good for stabbing, the quickest. The heavier nose is good for chopping and even throwing. And everyone has their own preference. But overall, I prefer this to universal, straight across. Pretty balanced. It's not going to be too heavy forward or backward.
As far as importance, I think you put more importance in the like the handle, right?
Right. So again, the D guard and the chin should be a thumb width, because you're going to feel a lot of crawling and touching and rubbing. It's going to bring out your stickiness, your sticky sword. Yeah. Right there. So yes, you need to have a chin. Without a chin, your short sword, you'll never, I should say never, but you won't get much quick enough for your stickiness ability. It's the chin and the first areas here help bring out, become really aware of all your turn points and all receiving points on your chin for the hook.
Wow. Let's see. Start everything at walking speed before moving faster. Use the 8 timing touch application to develop stickiness, contact with the blades, right?
So you start everything at walking speed. Walking speed is the core, innate way humans learn anyway, how you walk down the street. The body times every joint without you even thinking about it. We use the same speed to learn the swords. Start at walking speed, or sometimes a little slower, before you pick up the speed and the randomness. Yeah. And then all those nice attributes start collecting on your stickiness, your range, your touch, just the weight of the blade and how much you chopped. Was it just enough? Just enough is a real important term. Just enough is just enough. Too much is too much. Too little is too little. Yeah. So in the West, a lot of people say, "Hey, you just did just enough," in a negative way. But actually, in martial arts, just enough is very masterful. You didn't do too much. You didn't do too little. You did just enough.
Like Goldilocks. Okay. 2 equal opponents, one with a spear and one with short swords.
Yes.
The spear carrier has the advantage. The short sword man has only Monday, and Friday practice to narrow the speed's advantage.
Right? So they're equal height, equal experience, equal luck, equal in every way.
Right.
The spearman or the long weapon has a distinct, not a mild, but a distinct advantage. The sharp man is disadvantaged. Right? So if you're disadvantaged, there's not much you can do except practice more. So I put the term in there, Monday, Wednesday.
Yeah, where did that come from?
Actually, I got that from a Japanese admiral. But anyway, when you have less, you just practice more. So no Saturday, Sunday off. You only have Friday, Monday. Practice the extra 2 days and let them rest and think they got it. But the man with less can practice more and narrow the gap. Advantage.
Okay. Use the offset guard position when facing a long weapon, 1 meter to 3 meters. Use the squared box guard position when facing a two-bladed opponent.
Yeah, I kind of mentioned it earlier. Your offset guard is used against the 1 meter, and eventually you're pressing spear, right? Trying to bait you out. You use the offset on your footwork. But when you're facing two blades on two blades, you're very squarish. Moving around. You're just short bumping. You're not offset.
Right. Okay. Drill each of the various three combinations until it becomes a very fast 3 actions with a short second of time.
Right. The feeding coach must be a master of knowing a student's timing. You start the student off with simple open 3 counts. 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then all of a sudden it's quicker. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then you gotta react. But that's still receiving on learning a 3 count. Now when you finally have to react, boom, jump, ding. 2, taste out with the blade. 3, fall up with a cut. That's a 3 counter now. That 3 should be done slowly at first, but eventually the speed must be picked up. Jump slash cut in 1 second or less. So your 3 count has to be faster than a second.
Right.
Yeah, but it's still a 3 count. If you're doing 4 or 5 counts, something's wrong with you. You've lost yourself anyway. The most efficient way is win with 1 stab, you win with 2 actions, at the most 3. There are a number of 3 count you're going to find doing the touch drills, working out the sections. There are a number of 3 counts that connect it all up and bring out those sections alive. Weaving through against a spear,
Right.
stab, and then it's being pulled away so you can cut instead of just open cut. Well, many ways. So the 3 count is real broad and basic. There's just touches, and then it gets faster and faster. Then you finally get into the 3 count counter now. 3 count counter has to be done in 1 second. 1, 2, 3. That's it. 1001. That's where the masterful stuff comes in.
The secret is the progression, right? You can't just go to that 3 count counter right away, right?
Well, you gotta go walk them through the timing drills, look at their angles. Otherwise, they don't have the proper angle. How are they gonna follow up and make the strike? Like I don't have them counter strike until they finish touch drill 4 when they do the view. They can soak off and cut from behind. Yeah, view and cut from behind.
Right.
Yeah. So once they start that cutting from behind, hey, look, can you cut from behind? Yeah. So view, what if I pull it down and stab? He left. He pulled out, now I gotta go taste for it, right?
Right.
Bang. And then there was 1, 2, and cut. You gotta do the second or less. So a lot of 3 counts are gonna be quicker and compressed as timing gets better and more refined.
Oh, interesting. So the last one you put on here was, do not be hurtful and harmful to others.
Yeah, you have too many people who get into weapons. They start going crazy, start killing things, animals, and they start being hurtful. Because, in all honesty, to get the last 15, 20% of really good skill, you actually have to go out and start hurting people. So you have the Achilles syndrome, right? I'm the best, but I left all these widows and dead people in my wake. Or Miyamoto Musashi, my last years I picked up the pen to be a poet and a philosopher. But look at all the hundreds you killed, including all the innocent Christians for gold pieces, right? Just to go out, kill, kill, kill. So these people who have this, I gotta be the best king of the mountain, tend to be hurtful people, loners, don't leave much behind. They don't leave students, they don't leave a family, they have no woman. No, they're just aloof. Yeah. I choose to be more like Hector, get the 80% skill, Troy, but stop. Anything more, I gotta start really hurting people. I choose a family, community, children, and living a better life.
Yeah. Much better. Well, thank you, John.
Yeah, there's so much more in a philosophical way you can look at and build your own personal character and traits. But yes, don't be hurtful to others or self. Chances are you have just as much chance of getting hurt or dying yourself, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, well, it was a good chat with you.
Yeah, thank you.